anyway, so we did this signing, and everyone's like, Farscape's so cool, and I really, really hope it comes back. And I'm like, yeah, well, we all do, but it's not going to happen. And it did. It absolutely did. So, and that is all because of you guys. Like, all the actors, definitely, I think I'm right in saying, thought that was it. So.
Yeah, I thought, guys, this is about the fans. It's been fantastic. You're vlogging a dead horse, let it go, and I was so wrong.
And it turned into a stallion. Was that last night?
Who wants to come up and talk? I might.
When you have a question, come up.
Yeah.
We want to run like that. It'll be fun. The roaming mic.
I wouldn't need the microphone now.
All right, Dave.
I have a question over here.
Get on down.
Okay, each.
What's your name?
My name's Erin.
We have a question from Erin.
Spelled E-R-I-N, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Anyway, what is your all's, if you could pick one favorite episode, each of you, what would it be?
If you could pick one, what would it be?
One favorite episode, what would it be?
If you could pick one favorite.
If you could pick one favorite episode. Of course, which one do you think Rhapsody in Blue?
I like the one where Aaron was irrevocably, yeah, that one. Irreversibly contaminated. That was really cool. I wasn't even in that episode and I liked it. Anything with me in it?
John Quixote.
I wasn't in that.
Very cool. But it's just because I realised Ben Browder is actually insane. I always thought he was like a straighty 180. And then when he wrote that, I was like, man, what goes on in that head of yours? What's screwed? I like it.
That was a great episode.
Another question? Oh, excuse me.
Go, David.
Lucky I went to the gym this morning.
Come on, man.
It's my job.
Mitchell Day. I wanted to...
We didn't know it's Mitchell Day.
I was wondering for Chiana's role and the movements that she do and all like that. Was that something the director wanted or something came up with?
Jägermeister. No, I love experimental movement and fire twirling, and my dad was and mime and all sorts of that. It was such a great opportunity to do anything, she's an alien, so you've just got the right to do anything, and people will go, oh, that works, she's an alien. That's what aliens do. And it was just super cool to have that opportunity, and I never realised that the makeup would be so extensive, so a lot of it came from that. The costume's so restricted as well for you.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I couldn't take this whole time. It was really tight.
Yeah, because I liked it. I thought it was really interesting adding that in, so I was just wondering where that had come from.
Yeah, and because it's very interesting too, because quite often when you see yourself like in the trailer or whatever, you don't have the complete costume on. You've got your leather guards aren't on yet, and sometimes you'd only have your top half or your bottom half or whatever else. So it actually happened on the first day where we were actually going to shoot, and then what happened is I got woke up at 4 or 5 in the morning and then went down into set and stuff, and the makeup took really long, and I was crapping myself. I was so scared, to put it politely. And then they're like, oh, Miss Edgley, you'll be on in 5 or you'll be on in 10. This happens constantly on set, doesn't it? So your little heart's like... So anyway, and then we broke for lunch. I'm like, when am I going to be used? And then after lunch, they came, oh, Miss Edgley, I'm afraid we won't be using you today because we've blown up part of the set that we've... They dressed me in the whole kit and caboodle ready to go because we were very close. So I said, oh, can I just hang out in the costume for a bit and play with her? And on the back of the door was a full-length mirror. And when you look at that from the outside, because you forget from the inside because you're overtired and you're nervous, and from the outside I'm like, wow, check out this creature, she's astounding. And Anthony Simcoe also told me less is more, because I'm very good at like this. He goes, we get blessed with all these contact lenses, wigs, so if you just slow it all down, it makes people come into you as opposed to doing that, which is usually my...
That's what they told me to do with Van as well. Actually, Rowan Wood said something to me. He said, Virginia, because you know me, those of you who know me, I'm a really animated kind of person. I love to chat, I love to throw my arms, I talk with my hands and my head, and I frown up my forehead. I was even having a conversation with someone today about talking with my facial expressions, and I said that most American actors have got so much Botox that they can't.
Yeah, right.
but I haven't had any, so I'm talking like this. But so Rowan Woods, one of our master directors, said to me, Virginia, early on, silence is your friend. And he meant when I was...
Shut up, Virginia.
That was his very elegant way of telling me to be very peaceful and minimal with my facial movements, my body movements, my hand movements, you know, my everything, just really contain it all. And I remember that. I keep thinking silence is your friend. It's very nice.
David, where did you come up with your movement for the character?
As you can see, my body is my temple.
How does makeup for you?
They all crap on about, makeup, it took forever. I was in the chair 10 minutes, in and out. Did I complain? No. So we have a question here.
Name's Chris.
This is Chris, everybody.
Hi, Chris.
I was just curious, current projects for everybody, and for Virginia and Gigi, would you do makeup again if you had
You were
to?
going to say something else.
They don't do that anymore. They were young and they needed the money.
We were hopeful for a moment.
Unemployment's been hard, okay? I've actually am in the middle of shooting a film that I've written and directed. Which has been super cool for me, very, very scary. It's called Nobody Knows. And it's like a film within a film. It's based on the graphic novel and the comic book that I've been writing. Blue Shift is the comic book out at the moment, and we're working on the series as we speak, and Nobody Knows is the graphic novel. Slap! If that happens on set, it means you have to buy everyone a beer. So that's my baby at the moment, and it's been really exciting for me to step on the other side of the camera. I always thought I knew how much went into organising and preparing, but no.
I did a cameo on Gigi's film,
so
and she
amazing.
kept saying, shut up. And she kept coming up saying, we were so lucky, babe. We were so lucky they took such good care of us, babe.
It really was at Farscape. We were so blessed. I don't think I've ever been looked after as well as what I have been on Farscape. It was a really hard, intense show, but trailers and the fluffer on set. Oh, you didn't get that one?
How come you got a fluffer?
You're dirty. You're naughty. You're naughty. I'm not naughty. I'm just built that way. So, yeah, that's been my baby at the moment. That's my heart.
And there was it's a TV series called Amiga 1, and there's been a lot of talk about it for a long time, so we still don't know whether it's going to happen. If it does happen, that will be my next acting project. But apart from that, I'm just doing my candles, as usual, candles and perfume.
Which are
Gorgeous,
by the way. Yes, they're beautiful.
And meditation, I'm teaching meditation. Oh, I've got one on Sunday if anyone wants to come at 10 a.m. Huh? Oh, where? That's a good question.
Just relax
Wherever
and
the end
tune
is.
in, yeah. You will find the space.
You will find me. What's that?
Yeah.
Well, no, but you can if you want to. I'll watch. No, I'm not sure. I can't remember the name of the room, but it's I've got the information at my table.
Yeah, come to the table.
Sunday, 10 o'clock.
We're at
Hilton.
At the Hilton on the first floor in the second floor. Walk of Fame.
In the Walk of Fame.
The wrong direction. We just sit there and smile.
So Chris is mainly, doing my candles as usual. I live in Florida now, which is gorgeous.
Where in Florida?
Well, I'm in Cape Coral. I was very close to Fort Myers.
What's the address?